Welcome to the Matt and Mew Show. It's Monday, August 20th. This is our NFL preview show. We're going to have our Super Bowl predictions. But first, we discuss the NCAA Basketball rule changes. The Tigers keep losing while Tiger is playing out of his mind. Let's go.
This is the Matt and Mew Show with Matt Hensler and Adam Musinski.
Welcome, everybody. We are back.
I think that's the first time I've ever heard that song.
Yeah, that's because you don't listen to podcasts.
I hate the way my voice sounds.
Yeah, we'll get used to it. We're going to be famous one day. At least we hope.
At least our wives hope.
Right. Someone's got to make some cheddar. Yeah, we're back. As you can tell, we're sitting on a couch, not at a table. We tried this last week, 2 weeks ago, but we had a little too many beers prior and just deleted it.
Yeah.
We'll just leave that there. So we're going to go at it again. We're a little more prepared, and we're ready to kick this episode in the booty. What's new, man?
Went golfing over the weekend.
How'd you do?
First 6 holes good.
Okay.
Middle 6 holes terrible.
Nice.
Last 6 holes okay.
Nice.
Went to a birthday party.
How was that?
It was a blast. It was like 350 people there. Happy 60th birthday, Wayno. The Rock Show was there playing. It was a good time. It was the most ballin' birthday party I think I've ever been to.
Most ballin'? Why is that?
Because that's what the kids say.
Oh, you're a kid. You're under 30.
No, it was pretty sweet. A lot of people there I got to see. I haven't seen in a while. Live music, good food, and tons of fun.
Awesome.
Other than that, not much going on. Other than that, that kid of mine.
Yeah. How's she doing?
She's all right. Sleeping better.
Good.
Which is most important.
You getting sleep at night, like at normal people times?
I am. Shayna, not so much.
Mm-hmm.
She apparently cares more than me.
You're so lucky. Just don't forget that.
Oh, I know it. She's the best. So
Word.
what's new in your life?
Not coming up on anniversary number 6 for Mel and I here at the end of the week. I think we might go into the Olive Garden at some point.
Why Olive Garden?
No, we both like it. It's Mel's favorite restaurant probably at the end of the day. So.
What about the beginning of the day?
No, she doesn't like to eat too much in the beginning of the day.
It's good back and forth we just had. We should do a show together.
Right? Something like that. Other than that, no, we got a couple camping trips still planned. And
of course, the Matt Muse first annual golf outing.
yeah, we're going to touch on that a little later. But yeah, that's coming up. It's going to be a blast. Houghton Lake. 3 days, 2 nights, lots of golf, lots of food, maybe some alcoholic beverages.
No beer.
No beer. I don't drink when I golf.
Sober weekend.
Yeah, always use one of those. Had a wedding this past weekend. I paid
for the record, Adam didn't get married.
No, I was at a wedding. They had grapefruit IPA from Perrin, and I paid for it until about noon today, and the wedding was on Saturday. It's Monday.
Adam drank all the grapefruits. All of them.
Yeah.
Every last one.
No one helped me with that one.
Cashed a keg by himself.
I was trying to. Big news out of today. Ohio State Board of Trustees schedules a meeting to discuss the Urban Meyer situation. So the investigation actually wrapped up on Sunday. What are your thoughts of them coming out saying the investigation's over, but we're going to have a meeting and then we're going to announce our decision?
What I think is always funny about something like this, the media needs to tell us about something that's going to happen that hasn't happened yet. I always think that's funny. But they wrapped it up in a timely fashion. They open up their season on the 1st, if I'm not mistaken. And they might not have their head coach there to coach them. I think that things are going to go how I feel they are, and Meyer will no longer be there. I know we touched on that last episode, but time will tell. It's either way, it's going to be a landmark decision. It's going to make some people happy and some people upset, no matter what they decide.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I think at the end he'll be gone. I think it's weird how they're saying, oh, we have the results, but we haven't made a decision yet. I think that kind of leaves it open to interpretation, because I've heard a lot of things today, people saying, well, then that means they can either be firing him and they want to get with calls down so they don't have to pay him. They want to retain him and they want to prove to the public why. Or they're called them today and they said, hey, we're firing you. You have 2 days to resign.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's I've heard that people from every perspective, well, that's the only reason they do it. That's the only reason they do that. There's no specific reason they're doing what they're doing and waiting till Wednesday. There's still all these scenarios out there. I'm interested to see what happens. I will definitely be putting my thoughts out there after I collect them and go from there. But, yeah, I think he's gone. Unless for some reason they can prove something, but I still think he's a dirtbag. So
yeah, at this point, even if they prove something, look at everything else that's happened. Not even in just college sports, but professional sports too. If they keep him around, that's just Ohio State not showing integrity. With all the other domestic violence and all this other stuff that's going on in sports right now, it looked terrible on Ohio State's part to say, you know what, you did okay. I mean, even if there's a little bit of possibility, there's no reason he needs to stay around.
Right. All right. Other breaking news in the past week or so since our last episode was NCAA basketball and all the rule changes. I'm going to touch on a few of the major ones. Basically, if you go to the NBA Combine and you say, hey, I want to go to the NBA, and you don't get drafted, guess what? You can go back to school, which I think is awesome. Elite prospects will be judged as elite. Will be able to go sign with agents while they are in college. They're also doing some investigation stuff, saying everyone has to cooperate, which is obvious. And then school presidents and chancellors are now going to be held more responsible for taking care of the university and everything that goes on with their athletic department. So what are your thoughts? Let's just start at number one, the big one. Players that go to the NBA Combine and don't get drafted can go back to the NBA.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I think that if they don't get drafted, in the past, if they don't get drafted right away, they try to play internationally or they try to somehow make it to the D League. Doesn't always happen, and they can't go back and play in college. So why would they go back to school, a lot of these kids? This is a great opportunity. I mean, I've said in the past that I'm a big proponent for them getting their education, no matter what happens. This is a good opportunity for them to go back to school and at least get some sort of education, which is great. So I think this is a big step in the right direction, and there's a lot of things that can be changed to help with this and to make things better in the future. This is definitely a step in the right direction, in my opinion.
Right. No, I agree. It definitely. The only thing that might hurt it is recruiting on the basketball side for NCAA teams. Just, hey, I have this player, but if he doesn't get drafted, is he going to come back? Is that scholarship still going to be committed? There's going to have to be some type of language, I think, in contracts or their agreement. But I think that might throw a wrench in the system of, hey, you were a great basketball player. You went to college for 2 years. You tried to go to the NBA, and you didn't get drafted. Now you want to come back, but I replace you on my team.
Very true.
You know, so I think there's still...
in a way, it makes him not look like a team player.
No, yeah.
No, yeah.
No, yeah, I'm agreeing. Yeah. But it's a step in the right direction. There's still details that obviously need to be ironed out, and as situations arise, they will continue moving forward. I do think, going to the next topic of agents, they can commit to an agent. The agent has to go through a class or some sort of program with the NCAA to get certified, quote unquote, to be able to go after these kids. I think that's just smart. It takes out something that has most likely been happening for years, just makes it legal and gets rid of the gray area.
I don't like it.
No?
The biggest reason is this. What constitutes an elite prospect? Obviously, it says the NCAA has to work with these agents in the schools.
They get judged. They have to go through there's a camp or something like that they're then going to be classified as either elite or not.
All right. But with this, there's opportunity for somebody to step in and say, hey, this kid is not quite elite, but he can do something. Let's just find him elite so I can be his agent.
You just find the worst things in every situation.
Yep.
Like, oh, gambling's good. No, it's not, because now you have Black Sox and all this other BS.
It's not BS if it's true.
It's true, but it's going to happen either way. Would you rather have what you have now is all these players receiving illegal benefits through agents, or just say, hey, screw it. You guys can do it. And work on weeding out bad agents and good agents from there. I don't know. Why not give it a try? If it doesn't work, then knock it off.
Okay.
I don't know. That's my thought.
That makes sense.
I
don't disagree with you at all.
I get where you're coming from, though. Like, yeah, it's another area that can then become gray, but I don't know.
Fair enough. I agree with you.
Okay. NCAA, right? Until something happens.
I will pull this episode up and show you, hey, look.
I was right. You were wrong. School presidents and chancellors going to be held accountable for the athletic department. I think.
Oh yeah,
that's
no-brainer.
Yeah, a no-brainer. And they are going to change the recruiting calendar around a little bit. I'm not going to get much into that any further. So.
No, those first two though they're huge.
Yeah.
They're going to make a lot of things happen. A lot of changes are going to happen in the NCAA because of it.
The whole, I guess I should have said this too. The agent thing does go to the high school level once the NBA changes their one and done rule. So with that being said, they're already looking in the future. Say, hey, the NBA we know is eventually going to get rid of this rule. Whether it be you can be 18 and go to the NBA or go to college for 2 years, or just get rid of it and go back to the way it was. That's a discussion for a different day, but that is coming as well. So, next topic is our lovely Detroit Tigers, who I still remember to this day. I was driving up US 23. It was going, I think it was going to be a weekend series against Cincinnati. They were one game out of first place, and ever since then they've gone downhill. They're now 51-74 with 37 games left. 11-26 to get to 100 losses. I'm going back on my bandwagon I started on at the beginning of the year. What are your thoughts?
I'm driving the bandwagon.
Why not?
No, I said I'm.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, why? Like, yeah.
Because they're terrible.
Yeah.
At this point, there's no reason for them to win. If they do win, it's an accident.
Yeah.
They got all these kids up, and they're giving them experiences, which is really cool. But they suck. They're garbage. They can't string together multiple wins. They can't string together multiple good innings. They have had a lot of really close games that they lost, but at the end of the day, a loss is a loss. They can very easily lose 100 games. They can be one of 3 teams in the MLB this year to lose 100 games, which, to my knowledge, has never happened before.
Yeah, I was trying to look that up, too, because how many, most teams, 100 losses in one season, it can't find a consistent stat, so I'm not going to say anything one way or another.
Didn't have time to research back to the 80s?
No. No, exactly, when there was not 162 games played. But yeah, Padres have 78 losses. The Reds have 69 losses. Marlins has 76. The Mets have 69. Rangers at 70. Kansas City at 86. Orioles at 87. So It's definitely possible. Do they have to do a lot of losing? Yes, but why not? Let's get a better draft pick. At this point, I mean,
yeah, absolutely. They need to tank. They're already tanking. They're not even doing it on purpose.
Right. That's
how bad they are. So we're really going to try to win, but we're going to lose. But on the same note with the Tigers, news from Victor Martinez, good old man Victor. He announced his probable retirement after this season.
Good.
Yep. A lot of money's tied up in him. He is not nearly the player he was before. He pimped a double in yesterday's game. He crushed the ball, thought it was gone, went off the wall, and he almost got thrown out at second.
He is old and slow.
Is old. I mean, he was a great player.
He definitely was.
He still has a great swing. He still go down as one of the best consistent hitters of all time. I mean, he had a couple seasons where he had less than 20 strikeouts the entire season, which is amazing.
Yeah, for sure. But
he's not getting any younger, ladies and boys.
He's old. Especially because of the contract's over, which is a good thing either way, because if the Tigers re-signed him, I'd probably become not a Tigers fan. But he's got no more money to make unless someone signs him. But I doubt that'll happen.
I think somebody will find, probably Dave Dombrowski will find him a job as a hitting coach.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For the soon-to-be AL champion Red Sox.
Champ. The Red Sox can be the World Series champions this year.
No, watch them lose. It's Dombrowski, man. He can't put together a World Series champion. You know what he can do? He can put together an AL champion.
True.
I don't really care either way. I know the Tigers aren't going to win, so I guess my hat's in with the Cardinals, who are making a little playoff push right now. Legitimately, I'm wearing a Cardinals hat. But I'm interested to see if they win, great. Good job, Dombrowski. But if they lose, I'm just going to laugh and be like, hey, Boston, we dealt with that for a decade. Have fun. Oh, and by the way, you took all our players.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. Next year, you're going to look really good, too.
Right.
And you'll lose first round of playoffs.
Exactly. And then you'll win 80 games.
Oh, AL champions 2 years and 10 years, or 2 times in 10 years.
Right.
I'll take it. What do you like? We should have had a World Series. Should have had 2. 2007 should have been our year.
We should have had 2 or 3.
I'd be happy with 1.
Yeah, at this point, looking back.
In my lifetime, I don't know what's going to happen now. That was it.
You got, 60 more years, so hopefully.
Let's hope.
That's true. You're not the healthiest eater out there.
Yeah, a long drive home.
Whole mile.
And a half.
Oh, man. Something new we're doing. If you go to our website, mattandmuse.com, there's a little tab up there for a blog. Periodically, Matt just shared it on Facebook as well, we are going to do blog posts. I'm going to let Matt take this one over. He did the first one. He is a Little League nut. Me, I'm a Big Al guy. Hit dingers. That's about all I watch. So
at home, they call me Big Al, and I hit dingers. How's his voice so raspy? He's 12. Little League World Series is on. Tons of fun to watch. I watch it every summer. It's one of my favorite things on TV. But I, of course, have opinions about it like I do on everything else because I'm an opinionated SOB.
Yes, you are.
I shared the blog post on our Facebook. Go to mattmuse.com. You can find it on there. Give it a read and give it a like, give it a share. Like Adam said, we're going to be doing this periodically. We're going to talk about things that we want to talk about. And if you don't want to listen to it or talk to us about it, all right.
Yeah, there's no schedule for these or anything. It's going to just kind of be as topics come to our mind. I know, like I was telling Matt, I kind of want to write something about Urban, but that's, again, down the road once everything gets settled. So, yeah, I just, as they come available, we'll let you know.
Always sharing. All will be following us on Ocean Media. Social media.
Surfing, dude.
Ocean Media.
So,
surf the webs in that Ocean Media.
Since you put this in here now to talk about, let's talk about it real quick. Youth sports, are they actually good for kids?
What's your thoughts on it? This is something that I want to bring up to you to start with. You can focus on Little League if you want. If you want to focus on just youth sports as a whole, that's cool too.
No, I'll do youth sports as a whole. I think youth sports are great for kids. I think they teach team building, they teach winning, they teach losing, they teach respect, sportsmanship, all that fun stuff. All the things you need that honestly build great character come from the sporting field. Little League World Series, it's been around forever. I think it's cool. Those kids out there playing, have a ball. AAU, I'm not a fan of. It's year-round. You literally build super team after super team after super team of 13 and 14 and 15-year-olds. There's no defense played. I still go back to the thought of the best athletes are multi-sport athletes. And if my son ever wants to just play basketball all year, cool, that's great. But I'm still going to be, hey, let's go play soccer. Let's go play baseball. Because you don't want to get them worn out of one sport. And, yeah, you can go and be really good at it and specialize it and everything, but you don't have to do that to college. And even in college, there are some people that do too, but it's more of a college thing when you actually go into one sport. Otherwise, go out there, have fun, check out what else is out there. Do good at one thing and bad at the other. I don't care. Youth sports are awesome. I ran youth sports programs for years. I get it. It teaches the kids a lot, but make sure the game is still fun. Because once you wear them out, man, the game's not fun, and that's lame.
Yeah, I agree with you with virtually everything you said. The thing that gets me, though, is it might be a coach, it might be parents, but a lot of times there's these people that are pressuring these kids to do something.
Oh, my gosh. That bugs the living bleep out of me.
Yeah. That's what I was getting at.
Sorry. I just had to add that real quick.
So I've seen so many times there's been a parent on the sidelines, whether it's a baseball game or a basketball game, wherever it's at, and they're not only yelling at their kid, they're yelling at somebody else's kid too. Yeah. Why in the hell do you have an opinion on that kid? You don't know his life. You don't know what's going on. You don't know why the coach pulled him out of the game, whatever it might be. As a parent, you can't, as much as you might want to, you can't force your kids to do certain things. You can't live your dreams through your kids. They're a different person. As much as you want to push them, at the end of the day, you're just going to end up hurting them more than you're going to help them, 9 times out of 10. And I've seen it multiple times, and I continue to see it. And that's the one thing that bugs me with things like the AAU and the Little League World Series is you got these parents out there and you got these coaches out there, and they're volunteering their time, and they're maybe great individuals, but even possibly without realizing it, they're trying to live their dreams and make themselves happier through their kids, pushing their kids to do certain things. And that's not healthy for your kid. If your kid wants to be out there and they're having fun with it, great, awesome. And 99% of the time, these parents don't exist, but they do. And I've coached kids before in my tenure of coaching that get burned out, that get upset with a different coach or a parent or a relative pushing them to do something they don't want to do, and maybe in the off season, maybe during the season. But they're kids. At the end of the day, it's all about them. That's why these youth sports exist. It's for them to learn lessons, not for you to teach them lessons. They need to learn something by themselves. At the end of the day, it's to better them, not to better you as a parent or as a coach. You're there to guide them. You're not there to force them. That's my thoughts on it. I mean, the Little League World Series, like I said, I love it. But if you will read my blog post I put up before, I've got some other opinions on it too that aren't necessarily for the better. It's a multi-million-dollar industry, and these kids are getting like new batting gloves and a new ball bag, and that's about it.
Right.
Yeah, they're getting the experience. That's not $1 million experience. But the CEO of Little League in 2014 was making over $400,000 a year.
Wow.
To be the CEO of a kids
So
sports organization.
let's go off our little chart here that we go by every episode. Let's go to your stat of the podcast. I think it makes sense right here. And it's something I think our viewers would really like to know and may put where you're coming from into perspective.
So August of 1947 was the first Little League World Series. Since then, until now, only 45 players in the MLB, this is internationally, 45 players in the MLB have played both in Little League World Series and the MLB, which is awesome. I mean, that's a lot of players that have come through there, and 45 of them have been able to make it to the pros. Good for them. On the flip side of this coin, that's my stat, but since we brought this up, on the flip side of this coin, playing the Little League World Series and pushing these kids to maybe do something they don't want to do at that time does not directly give them an avenue to get to the MLB.
And that proves it right here is since the 40s, which is 60 years ago, 70 years ago. I'm horrible at math. But you're getting 45 guys in the MLB. That's one every other year.
Yeah.
Almost. But, you know.
Your math is still a little off, but
1.5 years.
I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah. It's not a guarantee that we're watching the Little League World Series right now that one of those kids is going to be wearing an MLB uniform one day.
But one of them might be.
Yeah.
And good for that one kid. It's cool, though. I mean, I don't take the Little League World Series away. Just at the end of the day, remember it's for the kids, and it always will be.
Word. I like it. So, question of the podcast. We will touch on this again shortly. We put it out there yesterday, and I shared it again this morning on our Facebook page. We didn't get as much as we wanted, but we did get one prediction. I'm looking for it here. Here it is. Saints 30, Chargers 27. Sure. I think it's possible. Our predictions will come later in the show, but this is what we're going to start our NFL preview with. I put it out on live and still no one's saying anything.
Nobody likes us.
Nope. So
We're just a convenience for them.
yeah, they probably not watch it anymore.
They're watching a movie, and they just have us on just to give background noise to the
Or
background.
Bachelor in Paradise. She's probably not even watching. Anyways,
Just got it on the floor. Looks like we have another viewer.
Jalen Ramsey, the Jacksonville Jaguars, came out last week with a GQ article that has very conveniently been breaking down by SB Nation, which was awesome because I read the GQ article and I could not follow it, at least for the information that I wanted. But he basically goes through 25 NFL starting quarterbacks and gives his honest opinion about them. And just some of these that, whether you agree with them or not, to point out Joe Flacco sucks. Andrew Luck doesn't think he's that good. Matt Ryan's overrated. Eli Manning, it's because of Odell. Ben Roethlisberger, decent mostly because of AV.
Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers do not suck.
Good job, Jalen Ramsey. You got those right. Stafford, I think he's straight. He does the best that he can out there, but he does what he has to do.
Say your Jalen Ramsey impression is pretty bad.
Yeah, no, it was not. But I guess it kind of was.
New
wasn't
prediction.
it? New prediction.
Jags over Eagles in the Super Bowl, 21-17.
Ooh. I can see that. If it's going to have the Jags in it and actually the Eagles, it's going to be a low-scoring game most likely. So,
In theory.
I guess the two quarterbacks I feel like he liked the most besides Brady and Rodgers was Deshaun Watson. I'm saying he'll be league MVP in a couple years. I just want to tell everyone, pump the brakes on Deshaun Watson. He played, 3-4 games last year?
Yep.
Got hurt the rest of the season. Yeah, he looked good. Don't get me wrong. but we can't be going anointing him league MVP when we've only seen him for a handful of games. Carson Wentz says starting now until for the next 5 to 10 years, he's going to be right up there with Deshaun. Again, he just had a big injury. Pump your brakes. I think he will do good. I think we have more to base that off of. But at the same time, coming back from any type of injury does leave that debate out there of, maybe you're not going to come back the same. Look at Andrew Luck. He's been out for a year and a half.
I hope he goes off this year.
I hope he does too. But until he does, pump the brakes.
I do want to point out that he did say about his own quarterback, Blake Bortles, nothing good or nothing bad. Just tiptoed around the subject that he's sort of just on the team and he's okay sometimes and not okay other times.
Good take. Got that one right.
Be a politician.
Touch on some odds and wins while we're talking about them. I went to
Vegas.
Vegas, baby. VegasInsiders.com released their NFL futures odds. Patriots 7-1 odds to win the Super Bowl, followed by the Rams at 9-1, Eagles 10-1. Our lowly Lions are sitting at 40-1, and there's a handful of teams at 100-1 and all in between. A couple weird ones I saw. Well, not weird yet, but Patriots 3-1 to win the AFC, Rams 9-2 to win the NFC. The NFC is obviously the harder conference between the two. More teams with higher percentages to win. But the craziest one I saw was New England Patriots odds to win the AFC East were 1-6. So
for every $6 you bet on them to win, you win $1
exactly.
back.
So a way to look at these odds is saying, like, the New England Patriots 7-1 odds. Out of 7 Super Bowls, they'll win 1. Okay, so this is saying out of 1 season, they'll win it 6 times. So it's like basically guaranteeing it. It's nuts. Same with the Steelers.
That's a sucker's bet.
1-2. I know you don't win any money. Where's the fun stuff? Well, there's weird ones. 27-20, the Chargers to win. And
it's not weird. It's just fractions, man.
Yeah, but that's just odd. It's odd, my friend.
Literally odd.
I know. Except 20's even. So Matt and I have been racking our brain, to say the least, to try and get more of you guys involved in our show. We're currently working on upgrading our equipment and hopefully be able to take some phone calls eventually. But this got us to thinking of, at least Matt and I would do picks each week of the NFL season for certain games. Those games would be Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night, Fox game of the week, and we'll just pull a random game. The one that seems most interesting to, I guess, to both of us. But what we're going to do is get one of our viewers involved every week and give you guys a pick.
Basically what that's going to entail is stay tuned to social media, probably mostly Facebook. We're going to give you opportunity to like a post, or like our page, and share a post. And we'll pick a winner every week to be our celebrity picker. At the end of the season, all the celebrity pickers, if you want to consider yourselves celebrities, will go in a drawing to win a prize package. It's yet to be declared what's in the prize package.
Yes. We'll work on that. It'll be fun. It'll be cool. It'll be legit.
It'll be a good time.
But
we want to hear from you. So stay tuned. It'll be great.
Word. It'll be fun. Coming up, we got Beer of the Podcast. Already did our stat/fact of the podcast. Matt and I both have our season predictions down the board. We talk a little Tiger Woods and some Matt Muse golf tournament. Yes. We all know what that sound means. It's beer podcast time.
Matt gets to drink his only beer of the week.
Oh, Matt's only drinking one beer a week now?
Yeah, we switched.
Nice.
We all heard what you did this weekend.
What'd you say?
We heard what you did this weekend.
Yeah. This should be my only beer of the week. We got an awesome specialty beer here. It's brewed from Tri-City Brewing up in Bay City. And it's their brown hoist, which is good brown beer, 4.8%. What?
It's good brown beer.
It is. It's a nut brown. What else do you want me to say? I'm not going to go all beer nerd on it. Sorry. But they age it for 6 months in Russell's Reserved bourbon barrels. They gave it to one store in the area. So we got a couple bottles. We're going to give it a try. Let you know what we think. Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
That's smooth. 8%.
That's very good.
Wild Turkey Russell Reserve barrels for 6 months. This is solid liquid.
Yeah.
I honestly really like that it's not 13% or 12%.
That's what gets me too. I love barrel aged beers, but drink 10 or 11 of them and you're on the floor.
The same thing happens when you drink grapefruit IPA.
So I've heard.
Personal experience. This is really good. I'm very impressed.
It's tasty. It's got a really good bourbon aroma, but the bourbon doesn't dominate the taste, which is really good.
You still get the nut and brown flavor coming through it. I think it's balanced great. Yeah.
7 out of 10. Would buy again.
Oh, for sure. For sure. In a heartbeat. On to other cool things Adam does. Golf league. Been holding my 7-8 handicap for a while now. My partner and I have got a 12-point lead on second place right now. A couple weeks left. Then we go into the playoffs, championships, stuff like that. So pretty excited for it. Been playing really well. I actually did, I'm not even lying to anyone when I say this, stop drinking during league golf. I do play a lot better, and I'm happier when I play better. So, and it saves me from so many Friday hangovers. So I'll take it. Having fun still, that's all that matters.
Good for you.
Word. And speaking of golf, we'll give you guys a little more information. We have the first annual Matt Muse Golf Tournament coming to Houghton Lake. We're going to hit the Quest in Pineview. We got a 2-man scramble. We're going to do Stableford scoring. We got 8 guys coming up. You will definitely see live videos from myself and Matt throughout the weekend, letting you know how it's going, how much fun we're having.
How many bottles of water are pounding?
Yes, lots of water. Hope it doesn't rain. I'm
golfing in the rain. I don't care.
No, I am too. It's going to be a ball. So we got 2 rounds, playing 36 on Saturday. Depending who gets there and win on Friday, who might do 9 then. And I think Sunday we're going to try to do a little battle golf, which is...
When we take our golf balls and we hit them at each other.
Yeah, something like that. We'll figure out the details of it, but basically the loser of the hole has to give up a club that they can no longer use. So really fun, something different. Yeah, we're both looking forward to it.
So speaking of golf, like with when you and I go out golfing,
yes,
we're very kind to each other, never make fun of each other.
Never.
No, wouldn't think of it, wouldn't dare.
I'm just on the dance floor, you're just holding up the wall.
At least I was in the room.
That's true.
This last weekend, Tiger Woods had a heckler there.
2 weeks ago.
Oh, 2 weeks ago. Excuse me.
Weekends
2 weeks
ago.
ago.
Weekends ago.
Yeah. Wow. That went fast.
Yep.
2 weeks ago, Tiger Woods had a heckler at the tournament. His caddy reportedly, self-reported, paid off this heckler, which is hilarious. But it wasn't because of...
Sorry. Got a little excited.
Scared the crap out of me. It wasn't because Tiger asked him to pay him off. His caddy sort of said, if Tiger doesn't do very well, I don't look like I did a good job. So I'm going to make this guy go away. So he at first paid him, $25?
Yep.
To make him go away?
Yep. That's the cost for the ticket.
Yeah, he just went a little farther away. And a bit of an argument ensued, calling lots of swears and whatnot. But at the end of the day, that's a funny freaking story.
If I heckle you enough, will you pay me to go away?
I will not. That's when the golf balls come out and I hit them at you.
Oh, gosh.
Just stand way to the right.
Right, exactly. I'll just stand right in front of you. I know I'll be safe.
Stand right in front of me where I can't hit you. I got to be honest, though. In the caddy situation, I do the same exact thing.
Oh, for sure. You got to take care of your guy. And, yeah, at the end of the day, caddies only make money when the player they're caddying for makes money.
Yep.
There's no base salary or anything.
So when you draw Tiger, you're sitting pretty.
Yeah.
And Tiger's going to have more hecklers than anybody out there, too.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
So it only costs $25 for a day pass?
Usually, a lot of those tournaments are pretty cheap.
Huh.
So.
Too bad we don't live anywhere warm.
Next July in Midland, there's the women's in Detroit in June.
I don't want to heckle women.
Okay. So go check it out. Be the official radio partner. Radio show, podcast. We can make something work.
Oh, man.
I know people.
Matt Muse stickers everywhere.
Everywhere. They got our QR code. It goes right to our website.
So you can look at our blogs and all of our other stuff.
Because we're so cool.
We don't have a lot of stuff yet.
Not yet. We're getting there. Quick update on the PGA Tour. FedEx Cup playoffs begin this week. 4 rounds. First one, I believe, it goes from 125 to 80 to 60 to 30. And then basically the winner of the last Tour Championships, the last tournament, basically win the entire thing. I'm pumped for it. Players, I know they get into it because it's the end of the season, but I still think the majors draw more interest. I'll definitely be watching and paying attention. And then season starts again. You got the Ryder Cup. Season starts in October. So we'll see what happens.
I'd probably watch more golf this year than I ever have in my life.
Why is that?
I don't know. No reason.
It's because you've been hanging out with me, and I'm really cool. And you try to be like Cool Muse.
Oh, shut up.
All right. Done with all that. Let's go to the NFL.
Real quick first. I did have somebody confront me this last weekend.
Oh, that's
about
right.
Our college football preview show. And
That was not our best show.
No, not our worst, but not our best.
Nothing can be as worse as the first.
Oh, that was miserable. Don't go back to listen to that.
It's gone.
Nobody. So somebody came up to me and asked me about why didn't we talk about U of M's strength of schedule when we talked about the Big Ten. That's because we neglected to talk about U of M's strength of schedule when we talked about the Big Ten. They have the toughest schedule in the entire NCAA this season. They have, 5 games?
Against the top 12.
Against top 12 teams.
Currently ranked, but yeah.
They do have a very tough schedule. That's, in my opinion, a good reason why they're probably not going to do as well as a lot of people expect them to. Because even though their schedule's tough, I don't think their team's ready for it yet. Mm. But it's going to provide them a lot of experience that they're going to be able to roll over into next season and hope they do really well. But if you listen to the last episode, you heard everything I had to say about Harbaugh and everything else going on with that team. But, yes, it is a very difficult schedule. Just want to throw that out there. And, Jared, I hope you're good now.
Yep. So Big Ten's got, as of now, Wisconsin, Washington, Penn State, Michigan State, and Michigan all within the top 14. I think it just proves how good the Big Ten East is and how good the Big Ten is with Wisconsin even being number 4.
Did you just say Washington?
No.
Pretty sure you said Washington.
Wisconsin. Oh, I probably did because it's right under Ohio State. Oops. It's Wisconsin, Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan State, Michigan.
There you go.
No Washington. They are not in the Big Ten.
Absolutely not.
Yet.
Did you say yet?
Heard it here first.
Heard it here first.
All right. On to the
Back
NFL.
to the NFL.
So, have you watched any preseason football?
Yes.
Did you watch the Lions?
Yes.
Are they bad?
No.
Okay. Everyone, chill the bleep out. It's preseason. It's a new scheme. It's a new coach. I get they didn't look good. This is the second game before they get one more where they're really actually going to try. Then they're going to take 2 weeks off, basically, and then they're going to come back and play on Monday night. That's when I'll start judging them. Until then, go out. It's practice, man. Try new things. Limit your offense. Limit your defense. Whatever you want to do so you don't show too much. That's fine. I get it. Stop overreacting.
Alrighty then. Preseason football doesn't matter.
No.
It's like, what was that show? Whose line is it anyway? Where all the points don't matter.
It's all made up and the points don't matter.
That's
or
it.
something like that.
Yeah. Thanks, Drew Carey.
Woo-hoo.
The last time the Lions went 4-0 in preseason, they went 0-16 regular season. I don't care about the preseason. Yeah, It's good for practice, and it's just more reason or opportunity, rather, for the NFL to get money. It's time for when you can take your kids and you can go to a game for cheap, which is really cool. You can see professional athletes. But preseason football doesn't matter. We got a few weeks left until we get to the regular season. Everybody's going to get their fantasy football drafts out of the way, and you're going to hear right here who's going to win all the divisions. You're going to hear who the NFC and AFC champs are going to be, and you're going to hear who's going to win the Super Bowl. And one of us is going to be right.
Okay, this is a topic. I'm in a fantasy football league. When do you do your draft for fantasy football?
I'm in 3 leagues. I have one tomorrow.
Okay.
One Wednesday. And one on the 29th.
Okay, so you do yours
before the season starts.
Well, but sometimes before week 3.
Yes.
See, I always do mine the Wednesday after the third preseason game, just because that's the last chance you're going to get your starters the most playing time. So at that point, they should be injury free, and it gives you your last chance if you really want to go research it and everything to go do it and see them play.
Very true.
That's my thought.
But we play with too many guys from all over the place with too many things. It's the only time it worked out for us.
I get it.
I do like doing it when you do it.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out for us.
No, I get it. You got to do it when everyone's around and it makes sense. But we're going to put some music on. That's what I was playing with before. All right, little background tunes going on. We're going to go through our NFL predictions. I was going to touch on Jake's for those who have not watched the overtime show, but I forgot to write them down. So, Jake Stradling, Parent Brewing Company, overtime number 3, NCAA and NFL predictions. Go check them out. It's a fun show.
Adam gets drunk with Parent Reps again.
I think it was Adam's still drunk with Parent Reps.
Oh.
But, yeah. So, let's go do this in order. We'll go AFC, then NFC. We'll just do divisions. Good with this?
Yep.
Okay. Then we will rank them 1 through 4, add our 2 wild cards for each, and then do championship, Super Bowl.
Yep.
Good?
Yep.
Okay. I don't remember what I just said, so go for it whenever you're ready.
Starting with the AFC. First off, I want to say, once again this year, AFC is weak. Super weak. But, that being said, let's look at the North. You got the Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Steelers. I will say this year, the Browns are going to win 4 games. Five games.
You think they can get 5?
5 games. They don't have a very difficult schedule. They play a lot of other AFC teams.
Okay.
3 of those, 4 of those games being against the Ravens and the Bengals, who are not going to be good. Bengals, I'm guessing 2 to 3 wins.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Rough season for them.
Okay. Is Marvin Lewis finally gone?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's been, 60 years he's been there?
Something like that. I saw the number the other day, and I was just like in awe. I'm going to go find it.
But coming out of the AFC North, I think it's a no-brainer. I'll be shocked if it's not them, but Big Ben and the Steelers are going to take the North handily.
I agree. That's who I had. I don't see anyone else in that division doing well. I think Baltimore has a chance, but I agree. I think Cincinnati's not going to have a good season, and it's the Browns, man. I'd love to see them win a couple games, but I don't think they're going to win enough to compete.
Speaking of the Browns,
and Lewis became the 9th coach in Cincinnati Bengals history on January 14, 2013, to replace Dick LeBeau. It is now 2018, 15 years.
That's miserable.
Okay. You got something on the Browns?
Yes. Speaking of the Browns, if nobody has seen this yet, there are 10 bars in Cleveland that Anheuser-Busch put a cooler in it with a lock on it. And as soon as the Browns win their first game of the season, they're going to press a button, and on these coolers are going to unlock, and everybody gets free beer until the cooler's empty. Awesome. I might become a Browns fan.
I know a couple people who'll be making the trip to Cleveland. I know one guy who's from Cleveland. He'll most likely be there as well.
Moving on. I'm going to go the Never Eat Soggy's waffle route. We're going to go the AFC East.
I'm like, never eat soggy waffles. What? Oh, northeast, west, south, southwest.
That'd be waffle soggy, but yeah. I think you know what I mean.
Yep. So you're the east. Okay, got it.
Probably the weakest division in football.
Hence why the Patriots have a 1 in 6 chance, or 1 in however you say it.
They can win 6 of these this season.
Yeah,
is what you said before.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, Patriots, hands down. Jets are gonna have a terrible season again. They've got nobody.
They've got a huge quarterback controversy, that's for sure.
Yeah,
so that's about all they have.
Nothing but bad things coming from the Jets.
Unfortunately for our viewers, I agree. I took Patriots. I don't think the Bills are going to do what they did last year. I like the fan base. I like the excitement, obviously. Miami, I was never a Tannehill fan, so I just out on them completely.
Tannehill, he's too shaky.
Yeah, he's not built enough. That's always been my thing. I think he's pretty tall, but beyond that, he's 6'4", 207. I'm 6'1", 215, and I don't consider myself big at all.
I'm heavier than that.
I know you are. Everyone knows you are. South.
Soggy.
This conference division could be very soggy in tears because it's so bad. I went with the defending, I don't know, were they defending champs? I think so, the Jags. Houston, Deshaun Watson again. I haven't seen enough. I don't know how well he's going to come back. Colts, you never know with Andrew Luck. Titans, Mariota is hit or miss depending on the week. And that Jags defense is too good to count them out.
See, I went with Tennessee. It was tough for me, very tough for me. Jacksonville, as you said, they have a very good defense. Their offense is just as shaky or shakier than Tennessee, in my opinion. Marcus Mariota, I think, is going to really take them far. I think he's going to take them division championship. Maybe that's about as far as they'll get. But I mean, you got Derrick Henry coming out of the backfield. He's a force, man. He absolutely is. They're going to be all right. You got Delaney Walker, your tight end. He's probably going to be a top 5 tight end this year. I think they're going to take it. But it's going to be tough. Should be a fun division to watch, at least the top 2 teams. Colts, Andrew Luck. If he's healthy, who knows, man?
Yeah, I could definitely see it, but until then, no.
No, and that's why I didn't pick him. And the Texans are nothing.
All I got to say is Jacksonville, honestly, this season lives and dies with Leonard Fournette.
Yep.
If he can stay healthy and carry the load of that offense, because they are a run-before-pass team, I think they'll do well. But
God, I hope he's healthy.
Yeah,
he's a keeper in my big money league.
They're done otherwise. West, AFC West. Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, Broncos.
Another tough division for me. I went Chargers.
You did? Okay.
I went Chargers.
This was another tough one. I counted the Broncos out.
Yes.
Okay. But then Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs, I kind of count out, but it's Andy Reid, so you never know. Patrick Mahomes, I think, has a good chance to have a good year. I went with the Raiders, though. David Carr, Doug Martin, Marshawn Lynch. They got Jordy Nelson now. I think they can go back to how they were 2 years ago as a Super Bowl contender until David Carr got hurt. John Gruden.
Gruden, baby.
So why not give it
Not
to
slinging Coronas anymore.
He should be. He should be. Still want that bobblehead.
No, it was tough for me. This actually should be a decent division. The problem is you get 3 of the top 6 teams in the entire division or in the entire conference in one division. I mean, between the Raiders, Chiefs, and Chargers,
Yeah.
they're all great.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But I think the Chargers are going to clinch it. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. The Chiefs, just too young. But I think they have, as far as sheer talent, I think they're the best. But they're just going to be too young to clinch the division, I believe. Or the division.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they definitely have the most upside. Kareem Hunt, Patrick Mahomes, Sammy Watkins, Travis Kelce. I mean, they definitely have the ability.
Travis Kelce would be the number 2 tight end in the league again this year.
Right.
Kareem Hunt is the fastest guy I think I've ever seen in my life.
Right. Justin Houston on the defensive end, Kendall Fuller, Eric Berry. There's definitely potential, but again, I just think it falls back on Pat Mahomes just not having enough experience. And going, I mean, you're in a conference with David Carr and John Gruden.
Yep.
So, or Phillip Rivers, but still another really good quarterback. Ready for the NFC?
Bring it on the NFC.
Let's
baby.
do the North last, though, since that's kind
All
of
right.
our conference.
We can go waffle sagging every needed.
Waffles first. All right. NFC West. We got Cardinals, 49ers, Rams, and Seahawks. I took the Rams. Yeah,
me too.
I had to. Just all the pieces they added. Ndamukong Suh coming in. I think Jared Goff is going to be a beast. Todd Gurley is going to come back on fire again. Again, it's the defense I'd be afraid of. Aaron Donald, I think they're going to have signed up soon if he's not already. I mean, you got Akeem Talib. I don't see how they lose more than 4 games.
I agree with you 100%.
It was tough because the way the 49ers played at the end of last season with Jimmy G, I definitely thought they had a chance, but I still just think LA is that much
LA
better.
had way too many pieces in the offseason.
Yeah.
They're going to be too tough to beat on both sides of the ball. They're going to be solid. They're not going to be outstanding by any means, but they're going to beat you down and beat you down and beat you down until you got nothing left.
Exactly.
Yeah, I absolutely see them taking the division, no problem, but that's not saying that 49ers aren't going to put up a battle.
Right, and I definitely think they will, but I also think you count the Cardinals out, and I think Seattle is just slowly dying.
Oh, they're losing everybody.
Yeah, they realized they had a great team because everyone was on rookie contracts and super young and full of energy. Now everyone's looking for more money and they don't have it, which is why the salary cap's there.
But
That's
looking
right.
at that division, there's one player we should never forget about.
Who's that?
Larry Fitzgerald.
But was Sam Bradford slinging it?
Doesn't matter. Larry Fitzgerald can catch anything and everything. He is my favorite player of all time, I'm pretty sure.
I like him. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I don't like the guy. I don't
Larry
think there's
Fitzgerald
enough.
could catch passes from me. That's how good he is.
I know, but I just don't think they have enough on the other side of the football to do anything.
No, I'm not saying they're going to be anything except for Larry Fitzgerald.
Right. Yeah. He'll keep him interesting, but I think at the end of the day, 7-8 wins.
He has been ready to retire the last 4 seasons.
Yeah.
He's been top 3 dominant receivers in the league each one of those 4 seasons.
Exactly.
Love the guy.
Love him. All right. Soggy. South.
Soggy.
Panthers, Bucks, Saints, and Falcons.
Weakest division in the NFC by far. Has been for a long time.
3 of those teams made the playoffs last year. Don't forget that.
Weakest division in the NFL by far.
Okay. Who are you
For the
taking?
NFC, excuse me. Saints. Saints.
Me too.
They've had a lot of players this offseason too. Drew Brees has the experience. Kamara out of the backfield is going to be really something to watch again this year. I mean, and Ted Ginn, of course, can't forget about him.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to come out hungry. They're going to come out proving something. They sort of did not perform as well as they should have last year. And on the defensive side of the ball, they had a lot. They looked at their offense and said, no, we're good. We just need to stop the ball. I mean, look how many games last year, and really the last couple of years, especially you look at when they played the Steelers. No defense in either of those games. Right. You got Big Ben and you got Breeze just chucking the ball. 500 yards passing.
Yep.
They said, no, we got an offense, let's go defense, and they're going to make themselves better on both sides of the ball, I think. They're going to take it, no problem.
Yeah, I agree. I think Breeze is going to come out keeping that team motivated, and that's it. They've always had a good offense, and now they have a good defense to go with it. So let's watch it happen, basically.
The team that's really going to disappoint from that division is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, I think they're done.
Whatever happened with Jameis Winston, have you heard?
No, I think he's suspended 3 games.
Oh, good.
But yeah, they're when looking at each conference, you know, the AFC, you could throw out half that conference right away. The NFC, you can make an argument for all but 3 teams, maybe. Tampa Bay is one of those.
Oh,
no chance.
Absolutely.
Sorry, even though 2-0 in the preseason, but like we said before, it doesn't mean anything. So
the only person that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have in their offense worth anything is Carlos Braid. Is that his first name? Cameron Braid. Excuse me. Cameron Braid. None of that. That's it.
Yep. East. The NFC East.
Oh,
Giants, Skins, Cowboys, and Eagles.
I didn't want to do it. Really didn't want to do it. Eagles. They're going to do it again.
You think so?
I hope last year wasn't a fluke. Might have been, but I think they've got virtually all the pieces intact still. They know they can win. Why shouldn't they come out proving they can still do it? They still got a solid offense. And on top of that, a good defense to back them up.
Okay. This one was a tough one for me. I went with the Cowboys. I hate the Cowboys, but I don't think Philly is going to be as good this year, only because Carson Wentz, there's a good chance doesn't come back till November. So you're going to deal with Nick Foles, which, yes, he helped you win the Super Bowl, and he won some big games, but I don't think he's a good enough quarterback to keep doing that throughout an entire season, or first half of the season at least. So I think that's what's going to hurt them. I think they can still make it interesting, but I think at the end of the day, you're going to have the Cowboys taking that division with ease.
We'll see now, won't we?
That we will. All right, our lovely
beloved NFC North.
Packers, Vikings, Bears, and Lions.
Oh my.
I'll let you start it.
Go Pack, go, baby.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers he's having a kid soon, supposedly.
Rumor has it.
And he's good. He's too good. He is by far the best quarterback in the NFL. I don't care what all you Brady people say. Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, agree.
He finally has a halfway decent receiving core to throw to. which is great to see.
No Jordy Nelson, though.
No Jordy Nelson. We still get Randall Cobb, Devontae Adams.
And they added Jimmy Graham.
Yep, and that's huge. I was getting to that. They're going to be great. They're going to take the division, but not with ease. Still got the best defense in the NFL in this division with the Minnesota Vikings. They can play in any condition. They're a great defense, and they have a decent offense to back that up. The addition of Kirk Cousins slinging the ball, which is going to be huge for him. The guy's got a cannon, and he's smart. So it's going to be a fun mix-up in there. I think our Lions are going to go game above 500. That's my prediction.
Okay. I took the Vikings. I just think with Stephon Diggs, Kyle Rudolph, Kirk Cousins, Delvin Cook, Latavius Murray behind him, Adam Thielen. The defense, we know is a stout defense, and they're going to be 1 or 2 in the NFL, only behind or in front of the Jags. But I think they're going to have the best chance to win the division. I agree with you with the Lions. I think there's a good chance, though, they start 1-4, 1-5, which scares me.
They get a tough schedule.
But I agree. I don't see them. If they win 10 games, I'll be shocked. Jake said they would, which I'll be rooting for them, too. Don't get me wrong.
Jake was drunk.
But, yes. I just don't see it happening. So, yeah, I took Minnesota.
It was tough for me.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers' experience is going to take it for him.
I see it.
That's good.
All right, let's go back to the AFC. Rank them 1 through 4, and then do your wild cards.
1 through 4, New England Patriots, followed by the Chargers, Steelers, Titans. Number 1 wild card, Jacksonville. Number 2 wild card, Kansas City.
Nice. So I took Patriots 1, Steelers 2, Raiders 3, Jags 4. I put Chargers number 1 wild card, Ravens number 2 wild card.
Okay.
I
mixed up their little Baltimore action.
Yeah, just because I'm gonna go on a limb here when I say this.
Hopefully
Lamar Jackson will be starting by mid-year.
Probably.
Why not? And I think the burst of him coming in is going to give the team a burst of energy and something new to look at. And I think that's what's going to propel him into the playoffs.
Time will tell.
Time will tell. NFC.
You go first.
All right, I'll go first. Number 1, Rams, Saints 2, Vikings 3, Cowboys 4. Number 1 wild card, I put the Eagles. And number 2, I put the 49ers.
All right, a little different here. Number 1 seed in the NFC, Green Bay.
Dang.
They're going to roll. They're going to roll this year, man. They're going to roll. Number 2, Saints. Number 3, Eagles. Number 4, Rams. Number 5, Vikings. Number 6, 49ers. Neither of us have our cardiac cats in there.
There's no... I would
No
like
way.
them to. Trust me, I'll be rooting for them, but I don't see that.
I did see a couple quote-unquote experts say that the Detroit Lions will win a playoff game this year. That's exactly what I did when I was reading it.
Oh, that's funny.
Not happening.
I do think that has a chance to be one of the better divisions in the whole entire league.
Oh, it's a
completely
tough
honest with
division.
you. I
And
mean,
even
the Packers
when
are good, the Vikings are good. You can't count the Lions. And honestly, even though the Bears did not do good last year, they're still getting better year over year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, even when the Lions went 0-16, they still beat up on the teams in their same division. I mean, it's what you expect to see from football out of the Midwest. It's hard-nosed. Yeah, they throw the ball around a lot, but they will still come out and hit you as hard as they can. I will say this, though, this year. And you can put this on the books. The Lions will surpass 100 yards rushing 3 times. Minimum, 3 times.
You better write that down.
And then this piece of paper I'm probably throw away.
Yeah, that's why you keep them.
Is it a purple pen?
No, it's blue.
I think it's purple.
I think it's blue. I think you're on crack. Or it's black. It's blue.
That's blue. It's purple. And this is a lot of fun for people listening. I'm sure.
Right. All right. So NFC Championship game. We'll do AFC first. We're doing AFC first the whole time. I took Steelers over the Patriots. I did not pick a score. So we'll leave it at that. Steelers over Pats.
Oh, we're going back to AFC. Sorry.
Yeah.
I went a little different here. I went Patriots over Chargers. My 1 and 2 seed.
What's with you and the Pats, man?
I don't like them. I hate the Patriots. They have such an easy road. They have the easiest division that's going to give them the best.
They got a bad defense
record.
with a new defensive coordinator.
They have an easy road to get there, man.
They do. They got probably the easiest division in all football. NFC, I took Rams over Saints.
Saints over Rams.
That's hilarious right there.
Saints over Rams. Once again, I think Drew Brees is gonna do it too this year, man. He's hungry. He's very hungry. He's gonna make a name for himself again. He's gonna come out and he's gonna show what they actually can do.
Exactly.
After they had 7 wins that 1 year and made the playoffs and made a run.
Yep.
He's improved. They're actually a good team.
That's the thing in the NFL. You just got to get to the playoffs. Because especially in the NFC, you're going to have a team or two with 10 wins not make the playoffs this year.
Yep.
So, all right, Super Bowl. So you have Saints and Patriots in the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Who do you have winning? Oh, it hurts. I know who it is.
Patriots. It was tough.
Again?
It was. Trust me.
Does Tom Brady retire?
Yeah.
Nice.
Hopefully. Honestly, I don't wish ill on him. I just hope he gets ill and misses half the season. So I'd like to see a league without Tom Brady for a year. Just see what happens. And I want the Patriots to suffer for giving up Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
It's like, oh, crap, we traded Jimmy G away, and now Tom Brady's puking his lungs out for 9 weeks.
Okay.
Like, just a little case of the bubonic plague or something.
A little case. I think T.J. Watt's going to tackle Tom Brady so hard in the AFC Championship game, he walks out a loser. Retires.
That would be a nice cherry on the cake for me.
Right.
Just a little ruptured lung.
I put Steelers over Rams.
That would be a good Super Bowl.
Yeah. I think both really good offenses. Obviously, Rams' defense, I think, is better than the Steelers' defense, but you can never count the Steelers' defense out. Yeah, and honestly, I'm a little biased because I want to see the Steelers win again. I like the Steelers.
You would like the Steelers.
I do like the Steelers. What do you guys say about it? Nothing.
You're right. I'm just saying you would like the Steelers. Lots of losers like Steelers.
Ooh, bird. All right. That wraps up our NFL preview show. We're going to take actually a short break. It's going to be probably 2 weeks, which is what we have been doing, but we are going to be working on our studio, show content, guests, blogs, fan interactions, basically anything to kind of improve us. We're going to go weekly. As of now, believe starting Monday, September 3rd. Always try 8:30 around Mondays. I'll go live for the first half hour, do another second half hour, and then we'll post everything again that Wednesday. Again, weekly, though. We're excited for it. I'm excited. You excited?
I'm pumped.
Yeah. I think we're going to kick this thing out of the water here pretty
Well,
quick.
if we don't, we should just quit.
Yeah. So.
I don't want to quit yet.
No, I don't want to quit either. I like this too much. Anyways, thanks for listening. You can always reach us by email at mattandmuse@gmail.com. Call or text us 989-372-1391 or on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Matt and Muse, and always mattandmuse.com. All our podcasts that are currently up, as well as our new blog. You got anything to add?
Nope. Good job.
Sweet.
Nice
See ya.
show. See ya.
That was the Matt Muse Show. Thank you for listening.